But the thing is, like, the MCU, he's playing Kang, and so
needed that. Like,
yeah,
the MCU. I'm sorry, like the MCU has fallen off of a cliff.
You think?
Ever since Endgame, everything's just like the one true high point in the MCU was Spider-Man.
Yep, Spider-Man No Way Home by far. I cried. It was awesome. That was my favorite movie since Endgame.
That was all my childhood.
Yeah.
That was my childhood in one movie.
Yeah. But you don't think there's been other, because here's the thing. I really like Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was good.
That was a good one.
You see,
I liked it.
So you're saying it peaked after Endgame?
Yeah.
I don't think
like completely, like I think the highest, well, obviously, I don't think any movie is going to ever amount to the success of Endgame, because that was the culmination. Like, if you think about it, it started back in 2008 with Iron Man. That was over 10 years. That was 10 years in the making.
Yeah.
Over 10 years in the making to one final conclusion. Thanos has been known and grown from the first time he was introduced in the Avengers movie in 2012. Like, the build up for that's what made Marvel so great, is that you could see everything. Now Marvel is going in so many different directions, it doesn't know what to do. This with Jonathan Majors is one of the biggest blows.
I mean, I'm a comic book nerd, right? I've read a lot of the comics, not all of them, there's so many.
Yeah.
I've been following this shit since I was like 8 years old maybe.
Yeah,
and so
long
like
time.
I'm very invested. I've been following after Endgame too, and big Spider-Man fan first off.
Of course,
but I don't think it's peak, bro. A lot of people are saying Marvel's done. I don't think they're done. The MCU's not done. Because you think about it, bro. They still have the Fantastic Four, who they haven't even introduced at all. Fantastic Four, not as popular anymore just because the MCU, but in general, they're still an A-list. That's an A-list Marvel group.
I'm not saying Marvel has no chance whatsoever. They can right the ship.
But like they also.
Do you think they should recast, or do you think they should move on? Because
I think they should recast, bro.
No.
You don't think?
No.
Because of because of the whole multiverse variants, you could just say this is another variant of Kang. And boom,
yeah,
boom, boom,
but they brought all the variants of Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Those weren't
and
all of them,
all
though.
Jonathan Majors.
Right, but you could just explain it away, you know?
I get that, but Jonathan Majors has already played a significant role when it comes to making a character look iconic.
I'm just saying people will understand, I think.
I think that they would understand, but I don't think that's the right move, just because I think you had a whole roadmap already planned with Kang the Conqueror, and now because of that, you have to deviate a little bit.
I think they are fucked, okay? They are fucked. But I don't think they peaked, and here's why. Okay, so you had Endgame. You had a couple flops before. Thor 2 doesn't strike me as being very good. I know
Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah,
that was that was the worst MCU movie.
Some people didn't like Iron Man 2. I loved it.
I loved it too.
Some people didn't like the first Avenger either. I don't think it might have little like tiny profit. But I think the only bomb is Thor 2. I know people say Age of Ultron was bad, but I liked it.
Looking back on it, Age of Ultron was a good movie.
Revisionist history. It is what it is. I think there was only one bomb, though, which is Thor 2. Some people don't like Hulk, the first Hulk movie. I get it. I like it because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
That being
like
said,
Edward Norton, the switch to Mark Ruffalo over Edward Norton.
Which, like, it's been done. Recasting has been done.
It's been done.
Rhodey, too. Colonel Rhodes, James Rhodes, War Machine. It's been done.
Don Cheadle from...
the guy who plays in... what's his name?
I forget his name.
Yeah, he plays... I think the show called...
Howard?
Yeah, Terrence Howard.
Yeah. I thought... Yeah. But I don't think you could necessarily make that change when it comes to the villain. Especially... Like, I'm not saying it can't be done, because I'm sure it can, but when it comes to... You are looking at the end result. Like, Thanos was the end game. That was the last, like, big bad of that entire story. Culmination and built up over so many movies, so many years, coming to a close. I think Kang needed that same thing with Jonathan Majors.
I agree.
It doesn't matter who the actor was. The original actor you chose for this role, who you would think personifies the person perfectly, they need that kind of build-up over time. That's why I don't think you can just recast Kang the Conqueror, especially when they released the roadmap. I think it was a year ago, about all the upcoming Marvel projects, and then obviously 2 years down the line we got Avengers, which was supposed to be the Kang Dynasty, and then Avengers Secret Wars. I think Secret War. Well, I don't even know if necessarily you could keep both those names anymore. Which I'm just gonna say this: I'm pissed off because those two movies, I'm I was looking forward to.
Yeah, I think everybody was.
So much.
But their problem, like you said before, is they're not setting it up, okay? But I don't think they've peaked, all right? So here's a couple movies that I personally love, and I think the majority of people love after Endgame. Wakanda Forever.
Love that one. That was a good one.
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, too. People are split on this. I loved it.
I'll say I liked it. I won't say I loved it.
Okay. But we're looking at projects that, for the most part, were successful. Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. I liked that.
I enjoyed it. It was a nice Christmas.
I enjoyed Hawkeye.
It was cool. Loki.
Loki was good.
Come on.
I haven't even seen the second season
Oh,
yet.
better than the first.
Better?
Moon Knight.
I liked Moon Knight
I liked Moon Knight, too. I didn't like Falcon and the Winter Soldier that much. A lot of people like WandaVision.
I liked WandaVision a lot.
I didn't think it was bad.
Towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end. What else do we have? Werewolf by Night. Have you seen that?
Don't like it.
I was a fan. That's all.
Wasn't a fan.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
Of course.
And then Shang-Chi.
Of course.
So,
I liked both of those.
Yeah, and some people are split on She-Hulk. I'm not going to say I loved it.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get behind it. I don't know what. And plus, the way they changed Abomination in that.
I think it's better. I like it that way.
You like it that
More comic book accurate. Yeah, he has the ears.
Yeah, but I want something more sinister. Like, I know Thanos was like comic book accurate in a way, but at the same time, he looked like a villain. He had that presence to him.
Well, now they're
Abomination, like in the original Hulk movie, I thought that was perfect.
Yeah, I'd rather have the ears.
That's fair. That's to each their own.
They're making him more like an anti-hero, more like Venom now. You know what I mean? You see Abomination with Wong training.
Venom looks perfect.
What do you feel about what's it called? The Thunderbolts.
Didn't like it really.
Well, it's not out yet, but they're like announcing it. It's like Marvel's response to Suicide Squad.
Else. I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm always intrigued to see what Marvel's going to do.
Yeah.
But just recently, it's just been letdown after letdown. And now the Jonathan Majors issue, it's just like, bro. Like, that's just such a stunt.
Yeah.
That cannot be pulled,
So
man.
here's what we have. The hits for the MCU after Endgame. We have, in order, Loki, both seasons, WandaVision, Shang-Chi, No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Hawkeye, Moon Knight, Wakanda Forever, and then we have Werewolf by Night, if I didn't say that already.
Yeah.
And
Thor, Love and Thunder.
I don't like it. And
I didn't either.
then a lot of people like Miss Marvel, okay? So those are the
Didn't
hits.
like that.
Those are the hits. I'm just saying a lot of people did. And then we have the bad ones. So I didn't care for I Am Groot. Not at all.
Didn't either.
Black Widow, I did not like.
Didn't like it at all.
What?
They ruined Taskmaster.
I agree.
They ruined that character.
I don't get why. I don't get why you make it a girl. It just isn't. And like the whole appeal.
That's not sexist saying it.
Yeah.
That character.
This is an interesting topic right here that we've gotten to. So, how do you feel about the recasting as a different race and then recasting as a different gender?
I don't get it. Like, if you want to be comic book accurate, be comic book accurate.
Yeah.
Because that's the way the fans already know them. Yeah. Like, don't try and reinvent the wheel.
My thought is just write, if you want, like a character.
Or guess what? Write better.
Write better.
I'm sorry. That character was so boring.
Yeah.
Write better.
I agree. I was very disappointed to see that.
Someone said I don't like the female-led role movies. Well, Wonder Woman was pretty damn good.
Wonder Woman was good.
All Wonder Woman. Supergirl, that was fantastic.
I'm not a DC fan per se like that, but
I'm saying, like, you want people to be intrigued about that stuff? Yeah, write them like DC.
Bro,
like,
or...
Sorry, get better writing.
Ahsoka, holy shit. That can I just say, she is my favorite Star Wars character of all time, and my name is Luke.
Anakin is still my favorite.
My name is Luke. But, like, Ahsoka is my favorite Star Wars character of all time. So if you write these characters, if you actually put some thought into it, the fans are going to resonate.
Exactly.
The fan base is not sexist or racist.
Put some effort into it.
Yes.
That's all it takes. I'm sorry. We don't like Captain Marvel because guess what? She's boring to me.
She's got big tits, though. Have you seen Brie Larson's tits? Oh, my gosh.
I'm not really a fan of Brie Larson.
As soon as she hosted Kimmel. Oh. Bro, I'm a Captain Marvel fan now. I still haven't seen the sequel, and I won't until it comes on Disney Plus. But I'm a big fan now.
Fair point.
My girlfriend's not watching.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anyway, but yeah, bro, I don't know if you just take some time, right? Like I know they recasted They were gonna do, you know who, what's his name? Not Power Man. I can't even think of the name off the top of my head. Wonder Man. He's an Avenger. He's like a D-list Marvel character. They recasted him allegedly as a black guy, and we're gonna make a show about him. I don't think they're making the show anymore. What else? We have Taskmaster, as
Like,
well.
here's the thing. I'm not objected to, like, recastings or anything like that.
Bro, they recasted Nick Fury as a different race.
exactly.
Fucking
And
phenomenal.
phenomenal. Write better.
Just write better. That's
Just
all.
write better. It's not hard.
It's not
Well,
a racist or sexist thing
well, I
for
can't-
us.
I can't write a script.
Yeah. It's okay. It is what
Yeah.
it is. But I'm just saying, like, as fans, right, we have this opinion because they're putting this content out for us to make money. It's like, you've heard the complaints now. And I think maybe they're starting to course correct. I don't know.
I sure hope so, because they, especially after this crap, they better get their asses in line.
Have you heard of the theories?
Of?
The theory is, after Secret Wars, they're going to go for a soft reboot. And
Of the entire franchise.
yeah, because
of all of Marvel.
because what's happened, so in the first Secret Wars, I have all the comic books at home for the first one. It was this character, the Beyonder. He's like a godlike character.
I know
in
the Beyonder,
Yeah,
yep.
in the Marvel Cinematic or Marvel Universe. He's got this thing called Battle World, and he gets all the villains, a bunch of villains from Earth, a bunch of heroes, makes them fight against each other. So this is how Spider-Man found the symbiote. He got the symbiote from Battle World. It's like Spider-Man, the Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, Fantastic Four. Who else?
Thor, right?
I don't know if Thor's in the first one. He probably is. I think he is actually. Hawkeye, stuff like that. And then you got like Doctor Doom. I think the Leader, like stuff like that. Those type of villains.
Yeah.
Red Skull, I think, is in there.
That's who they should transition to.
The Leader.
No, I'm talking
Dr.
about
Doom?
like from the main big bad for the next
Well, I'm
series.
That's what they're gonna do. But they made a new Secret Wars, and that came out maybe 5-10 years ago. But they put a new spin on it, so it was still the Beyonder, I think, as the main villain, putting people against each other. But now it's multiverses against each other. So now, say you have the 616 universe and like 616 adjacent, but not the 616.
Yeah.
And so that's how Miles Morales got into the 616 universe, is because of that. And so after that, it was like a whole reboot of like the Marvel Comics world. And so that's like how people are alleging that we're going to get Captain America back. We're going to get Iron Man back. We're going to get Black Widow back, but just
I
with
hope we
different
do.
actors.
Well, honestly, in any capacity, I hope we do.
And then we'll have the true MCU. We'll have a true Marvel universe because they'll have now, with the Fox merger, they now have all the X-Men, all the Fantastic Four.
I can't
And
wait
so,
for Deadpool 3.
Yeah, oh, me too, bro.
I can't wait.
If they have now all these properties under one umbrella, they could start from scratch. And I think Kevin Feige, the director like of all the Marvel Cinematic Universe stuff, has said like this is like the birth of the actual MCU. Like it's just starting.
Yeah.
So in that regard, man, I'm very excited.
I don't think like when it comes to certain characters, I'm against recasting. Like I don't think there could be another Robert Downey Jr. like as Iron Man.
I think you could do another Iron Man.
But that's where I was going with
Yeah.
this. When you take the multiversal aspect into it, you need someone else just like that. You know who would make a good Iron Man? Tom Cruise.
I think he's too old now.
I don't think
Everybody
so.
says that. You think?
I think he can
Because
make
he'll be 60.
I thought he was going to make an appearance in Doctor Strange. I thought it was going to be Superior Iron Man. Do you know what?
Shit. Yeah.
Do you know Superior Iron Man?
Of course.
The suit mixed with the symbiote and everything.
Of course,
it's like,
yeah.
I thought Tom Cruise was going to end up making an appearance in that movie. I hyped
Me
myself
too.
up for
I was
it. but
expecting it.
yeah.
And we got so many cameos though. That's another thing I want to